Make sure you like and subscribe and set those notifications. Sometimes our schedules aren't going to match up to get the games in the night before, and if that's the case, well, we do live shows, so you want to make sure you don't miss any of Joseph's NBA picks. So we'll do live shows on the occasion we can't get them in the night before. So you want to make sure you like and subscribe, and more importantly, set the bell, set that notification, so when we're live, you get notified with these plays are delivered live on our channel. So very important there. So let's go ahead and let's get the show underway. Let's welcome in the top producer over at TonySpace.com for 2024 as well as 2023. And it's, of course, it's Joseph Schultz. We get him in ready to roll here for our game tonight. Joseph, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Coming off a decent night. Got the clients in early on the Thunder at -6, and
Nice.
That was the difference of a win and a loss right there.
Yep, it's the timing the market. You were right on that play right away. You said, Joseph's very thorough, not only looking at the game, looking in advance of the schedule, looking for good scheduling spots. Found one there, and of course there with the Thunder. So we're ready to roll here with the 6-game card tonight from the NBA. So we'll go ahead and get started here with our first play here on our show, and that's going to be between the Heat and the Pistons. We see the Heat laying 8 on the road, total 216.5.
Okay, so these two teams will be playing each other in the next two games, both in Detroit. The Pistons continue to play hard. They now have back-to-back wins and have covered in 3 out of their last 4 games. Miami has dropped 4 straight and is just 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games. The Heat have dominated the series between these two teams, though, going 2-0 this season, 4-0 in the last 4, 8-1 in the last 9. So Detroit has done really well against the spread in those games, though. Surprisingly, they've covered in 3 straight and 8 out of the last 9 against the Heat. This line opened up at the Heat -5.5, and the Sharps jumped on it, pushing it to -8. The 8 scares me a little bit with how scrappy the Pistons can be. And with how well they've covered the number versus the Heat. But I see this as a Miami bounce-back spot, so I hesitantly lay the points with the Heat.
All right, Joseph Schultz, get his best bets over at TonySpace.com. Find the link in the description. Heat and the Pistons. He likes the Heat here, laying the 8 points. All right, let's continue here on our NBA rundown. Every game on the board here. Guys, use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll be able to save 20% off all premium pick packages. Find the link for Joseph's page in the description. Let's continue on here on our NBA rundown. Next game on the board will be the Suns and the Hornets on NBA TV. Suns now up to a 10-point favorite, total 219.5.
Yeah, I thought this number would climb a little. The Suns will be on the second night of a back-to-back, but they did just have 2 days off, so it's not as it usually is, a little worse. It's usually like a 3 games and 4 night situation when it's a back-to-back, but that's not the case here. I still wouldn't be surprised if they end up resting one of their guys. I didn't see anything. It's just a little bit of a gut feel there, especially against one of the worst teams in the league. But Charlotte has won 2 out of the last 3 games to come into this game having won their last game. The Suns will be looking to bounce back after a loss to Boston last night. Phoenix needs to take advantage of these winnable games, especially just 1 game up on the Mavs and with the Milwaukee Bucks up next, which would be a really hard game. They don't want to drop 2 in a row. Well, it would be 3 in a row here if they lost this and didn't get it done against the Bucks, which would surely give the Mavericks a chance to hop them in the standings. This will be the Hornets' 11 consecutive games with travel, so it's not a great spot for them. And they're coming off a win, which is another spot you don't really want to back a team that's tanking. There's no way I could look at the Hornets in this game. 9 on the road in a back-to-back, it might be a little too much for me to get there, but I do lean towards the Suns.
All right, Joseph Schultz, a top data producer at TonySpace.com. Suns and Hornets, it says, go ahead and take the Suns here right now, up to a 10-point favorite. All right, let's continue here on our NBA rundown, guys. Be sure to check out Joseph's page by clicking the link in the description. Next game up here on the board will be Magic and the Raptors. We see the Magic road favorites 8, total 217.5.
Yeah, some of my clients and I, we got on about maybe 10 days, less than 2 weeks ago, I'd say. We got on the Raptors team total under for the year, 29 and a half, and that's looking like easy money. They've lost five straight. Now, RJ Barrett will be out for this game. I believe his brother died. If that's not the case, I don't like to say that not being exactly sure of that,
I
but I
believe I
believe that
read
is the
that. I
case.
believe I read that in a press release there.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I didn't see it in a spot that I could 100% say yet.
Yeah.
Toronto has no motivation to win games right now. They lose their first round draft pick if it doesn't fall within the first six picks this year, which was another reason why we hopped on that team total under. They're missing three out of their five starters. Remember, Jakob Poeltl and Scotty Barnes is out. One of the best young players in the league, as far as I'm concerned. The Magic got Suggs and Fultz back recently, and they have three very winnable games in their next three games. The Raptors twice and the Hornets, so they'll be looking to take advantage of that. Just one game behind the Knicks for fourth. Um, it'll also be the Raptors' first home game after four straight on the road. It's not a spot I like to back teams in. The Magic is the only way I could look in this game.
All right, Joseph Schultz, get his best bets over at TonySpix.com. Find the link in the description. Magic and the Raptors likes the Magic. The Magic here laying the 8 points on the road. All right, let's continue here on our NBA rundown here for the 6 games on the Friday card. Next up will be interesting one tonight here with the Clippers and Pelicans. The Pelicans home favorite 6, total 219.
1 second. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Okay, the Pelicans are a good team, obviously, but they seem to lose when you least expect it. They are in a bounce back spot after a home loss to the Cavs. They're also in their second straight home game. I like to see that. The Pelicans have also dominated the Clippers, going 8-2 straight up and against the spread in their last 10 games against them. The Clippers will be on the second game of back-to-back, third game in 4 nights, and fifth game in 7 nights. So a big fade spot. I don't know if I'll get there with the Pelicans, just only because it's a revenge spot for them against the Clippers and how inconsistent they can be at times. But I can only look towards the Pelicans in this spot.
All right, Joseph Schultz, get his premium plays over at TonySpix.com, where he's been the top unit producer over in 2023 and 2024. Clippers and Pelicans. Once again, Joseph, the play will be on
The Pelicans.
Pelicans here at minus.
Oh, is it down to 6?
That's -6. Yep.
Oh yeah, no, it's starting to get within range of a strong lean, possibly a play here.
There you go. Pelicans here at -6. All right, let's continue here on our NBA rundown here. Joseph Schultz joined us here as he does here over on TonySpix.com YouTube channel. We'll get to the next game and as well on the website, TonySpix.com, where you find his premium plays. Next game here up on the board will be Nuggets and the Spurs. The Nuggets now up to a 10.5 point favorite, total 223.5.
Nuggets have been hot, 10-1 straight up in their last 11, 7-3 against the spread in their last 10. The Spurs are just 3-7 in their last 10 straight up, but they have covered in 7 out of 10 and 3 out of their last 4 games. Denver is the only way I could look in this game. The Spurs have been scrappy as far as the point spread, but if Denver takes this game seriously, they should win and cover. The Nuggets do have the Mavs, Timberwolves, and Knicks in their next 3 following this game, which worries me a little bit. But they're not a team that seems to get caught looking ahead. And I'll take Denver, and I'll live with the results.
All right, Joseph Schultz. Find his best bets at TonySpix.com. Find the link in the description to his page. Nuggets and Spurs likes the Nuggets here, minus the 10.5. All right, let's continue here on our NBA rundown here for the fixed game card here on Friday. We continue here with the Hawks and Jazz. We see the Hawks favorite on the road 3, the total 224.
Atlanta's looking to bounce back from 2 straight losses. One of them a bad loss as against Portland as 4.5 point favorites. Utah's just 2-8 straight up in their last 10. But they have been great against the spread at home this season, 19-13 ATS on the season. The Hawks are 3.5 games up on the Nets for the final playing spot in the East. So they'll need every win they can get if they want to hold them off. Lauri Markkanen will be out. Jordan Clarkson as well. The Hawks just beat the Jazz by 27 at the end of February. The Hawks actually opened this game up as underdogs. I saw as high as 4-point underdogs in some spots, and they've moved to 3-point favorites. So a lot of the value is gone on this, but I do agree with the line movement, and I think the Hawks are the right side. I'd really like to see if Jalen Johnson was going to play for sure in this game, especially with Saddiq Bey out for the season. But I can't back the Jazz, and I lean towards the Hawks.
All right, Joseph Schultz. Get his premium plays over at TonySpicks.com. Look for those best bets. He leans here in this one, Hawks and Jazz. Hawks here laying the 3. All right, we got through our NBA rundown here for the Friday 6-game card. All right, Joseph, let's take a look over at TonySpicks.com for the action on Friday. Joseph enjoying, again, top unit producer at TonySpicks.com for 2024. 2,597 units of profit, all documented over at TonySpicks.com. You can verify those numbers simply by going to Joseph's handicapper page that you see there in the link in the description, and check it out there. You'll be able to find it right here on the profile page. Also, if you hit the tab for 2024, you'll see he's also top unit producer last year. So fantastic results from Joseph. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, I got to put these picks in. I've been at it all day. This is to me, it's a really tough NBA slate. A lot of big favorites, and I hate taking off favorites, but it seems like a favorite day to me. But I'll be going for, I believe, my 4th or 5th consecutive best bet of the day. So that'll be out for just $15, and I will have a 3-pack. Again, I think this NBA slate, it's small and it's pretty difficult. So I'll have a 3-pack, but I think it will include at least one college basketball play. And as always, the 3-day, the week, the monthly, and for the year packages are out for those of you that want better value and who are going to be placing wagers throughout the course of the year.
That's right, guys. Get over just over at TonySpicks.com. We'll flash up the results again. He's been on a tear here. 2,597 units of profit for 2024. 3,000 units for 2023. You do the math, 5,600 units of profit for the last 14 and a half months documented over at TonySpicks.com. I don't think you're going to find a handicapper out there better than that. I mean, all these handicapper sites that document legit records. A lot of these records are made up on Twitter, but here we document all the plays, and you can check them out right there. When you go to Joseph's handicapper page, just click the link you see in the description. We have a direct link right to this page. You'll be able to check out Joseph Schultz plays here. We also break it down by the different sports, but as you scroll to the bottom of the page, you'll be able to see all the pick history that Joseph has put together here over his career at TonySpicks.com. As you scroll down, you can see all the plays that he's put up here, as well as the pick history. You can just continue to toggle through and see all the plays at the bottom. You can toggle there, and everything is documented on the up and up. You can see the long-term passes, the 3-day pass, the 7-day, the 1 month. Remember that, or the 1 year? Remember the 1 month pass will get you off Joseph Premium Plays for 30 days, cover the entire NCAA tournament, pretty much the rest of the NBA regular season. And of course, you get a couple weeks of baseball there when you get on board with Joseph's 1 month pass. And of course, we're going to save you some money here when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Joseph's page by clicking the link directly in the description, a direct link to that page. All right, Joseph, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up again with you for the Saturday games.
All right, enjoy your day.
You got it. Joseph Schultz, I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you guys later.